Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Smith from 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐸𝐿. In this video, we're gonna create a small but quite interesting React project. We'll make HackerTyper clone. I guess you're familiar with the HackerTyper website. If not, then just go to this hackertyper.net and start typing anything. And look at this. As you type, a snippet of C code streams onto a screen. Just use this site to impress your non-technical friends. Look at this. After certain characters, it should show a message, something like access denied or access granted. Just like hackers pretend. So that's a cool website. We're gonna clone this. This is our version. Let's type anything. Look at this. After 300 characters, it should show a message which is access denied. Press escape. Then type anything again, and now access denied. Work hard. And now access granted. Great. Like using HTML, we are gonna implement that joke. Okay, now before I talk about the general idea of this project, just go to a terminal and create the basic React project. Go to a terminal. Here just run the command npx create react app. And by the way guys, the Node.js should be installed in your machine. And then the app name. So HackerTyper, the $R in my case. Press enter, it should create the basic app. Now I'm gonna terminate this command because I already have an app created. And here it is. The same app created using create react app. Okay, so in your case, let it install, and meanwhile, let's talk about the general idea of this project. I like to talk about how we're going to proceed, what's the approach of this project, instead of just going to a code editor and start writing any code. Okay, so first of all, we need to create this layout. Now there's a special thing about this layout, and that is, if you think we are typing inside a text area, then you are wrong. It's a paragraph tag. Basically, every time you type, we are going to append some characters to a paragraph. It looks like I'm typing super fast, but I'm not. We are going to create some illusion using programming. In Hindi it's called chutiya bana. Okay, you also need to load the file that contains this complicated C code. From that file, we are going to take some characters and add to the paragraph. Next, we need to show the access message, something like access denied, access granted. So after an interval, for example, after 300 characters, we'll show this access denied message, and then after 900 characters, we'll show access granted. That's it. You'll be a hacker then. Okay, so let's go to a code editor. I hope your app is created. Now first of all, I'm gonna clean the project directory. Just go to a source, cause React comes with a lot of testing files, so you don't really need that. Just select this app test and set up test and delete this. Fine. And then just go to index.css. We don't need this. Just go and delete this. And then just go to index.js. Here I don't have this index.css, just remove this. Just save this, that's it. Just go to app.js, clean this mess. In fact, just clean everything and return just an empty fragment for now. Cool. And now this project is not about CSS, so I'm gonna copy all the CSS code and put it here. And don't worry guys, I'll put all the source code in the description box, so you can just go there and copy this. Just remove all the CSS and let me just copy the CSS. Here it is, just paste. Fine. Very normal CSS, nothing complicated. Just go through this and you'll understand everything. Just normal CSS. Okay, cool. And then I'm also gonna load the code file. Because this code, this complicated C code is coming from a file. Just grab this file and put it inside the public folder, because all the files inside the public folder will be hosted as static. Here's my code.txt and put it inside the public. And now let's run this server. Open the terminal, Ctrl-J is the shortcut. In VS Code to open the terminal, and just run npm run start. That will run your development server. Should be running on localhost 3000. Oh, my app is already running, so just press Y, it should run on localhost 3001. Super fast. And by the way guys, notice that I've switched to Mac cause my old laptop was too slow. But one thing will never change. My dog always starts working when I start recording. Anyway, just go to localhost 3001 and here press slash, just go to code.txt. I should get my code. Yeah, that's my code. Cool. So somehow we need to load this code to our app, and then from this code we need to get some characters and add to the paragraph. That's the main concept of this app. Okay, so let's first create the layout. Just go to app.js, close the sidebar, close the terminal. Fine. Okay, so inside this fragment, here just create a div. The ID is container. I should have used emit. Anyway, inside the div, I'm going to create another div that will contain our source code. So div id source, and this id should be matched with this app.css, guys, because here I have this container id which has some styles. The source has some styles with the id source. Okay, also look at this. I have this denied success access message. Just go through this. Here if I just write something like hi, I am a hacker, it should show on my screen. Just go to a browser, go to a home screen, across 3001, and here look at this, hi, I am a hacker. Cool, so the base is ready. Now let's add the functionality. So first of all, you need to load the source code and put it in a state variable. So for that we need to make a request, and we're gonna make the request when the component is mount. Right, so let's use effect. Use effect should be auto imported from React, and this takes a callback function and a dependency array. The dependency array in our case would be empty because we want to execute this when the component is mount, or I should say when the component loads first time. Just grab the file using the fetch API. So fetch, the name of the file is code.txt, I guess, from my public folder. So yeah, so code.txt, and as this is in the public folder, I don't need to mention any path. Okay, I can just directly access the file. So code.txt, and then it will return me a promise, so just use then. Just grab the response, and now the response will be a file stream. We need to convert this to text, so res.text, and now this will be a text format, and again it will be a promise, so just use then again. Just grab the text. Oh, should I increase the font size? That's fine, I guess. Close the sidebar. Cool. And now let me just log this out. Let's see what's coming. Text. Just save this. Just go to the console, and here I have my source code. Nice. And now I need to put this source code in a state variable. Let's quickly do this. Inside the app, create a new state variable. So use state. The name of the state variable is source code. Why not? Source code. At the initial state, this is empty string. Fine. And by the way, guys, I've used this shortcut. It's coming from an extension which is called React Redux snippet or something like that. React Redux. Yeah. So this is the extension I'm using. Just install this. This is super useful. Okay. So now, instead of logging this, I'm gonna set the source code. Not coder. Wow. Not coder. Set source code. Source code with this text. Beautiful. And now let's move to a second point. The second point is we need to listen to the key down event. At this container, I'm going to add an event listener which is called on key down. If this event triggers, I'm going to trigger a function which is called handle key down. Handle key down. And now let's create this function. Arrow function. I love arrow function. So handle key down. The params, it will be the event. Now from this event, I can get the particular key, like which key is pressed and all. So the idea is here, oh, something is wrong, use state is not defined. Great. That's why I use TypeScript. Use state will be auto imported from React. Fine. Now it should be fine. Cool. Okay, so the idea is when I type anything, after certain characters, it will show this message. It will show this message access granted. And now the UI is locked. If you type anything now, you will not see any characters until you press the escape. So if you press the escape, it will remove this access message and the UI will be unlocked. And now again, you can just type anything. So the point is, I need to check which key is pressed. If this is escape, if it is escape, I'm gonna remove the message. And if it is not escape, I'm gonna run the script. Okay, cool. Run the script means add some characters. So if key is not equal to escape, I'm gonna call a function something like run script, else I'm gonna call a function which is remove message. Okay, let's quickly define this function at the top. Nfn run script. I'll not get any params. Oops. And the second function is nfn. This is remove message. I'll not get any params, but let's log something so that I can see that it's working fine. Remove message here in the run script. Okay, great. Let's see. Let's go to my localhost 3001, refresh the page, go to a console, type anything. Oh, it's not working. Great. The possible reason is the container is not in focus. Just type document.activeElement, and this is the body, right? I need to somehow make this container because I'm listening to the event on this container. So there are many ways to do this. First of all, you need to set the tab index to 0. And then when the component is mount, I'm going to trigger the focus on this container. So for that I need to use the ref. So use ref should be auto imported from React. The name of the ref is container ref. Cool. Use ref should be container. Nice spelling by the way. Container. Cool. Use ref. Just import this from React. And the initial value, this is null. Cool. And now just pass this container ref to this ref so that I can get the reference of this container. And now when the component is mount, I mean inside this use effect, just get the container ref, and then from the current object just trigger focus. Just save this, it should work. Now refresh. Just go to a console, type document.activeElement, and now this is my container. Great. It means if I type anything, look at this. I have this run script, and if I press escape, it should show remove message. Great, it's working fine. Beautiful. I have this border around this container. Let me just remove this. Go to the CSS file. Here, where's my container? Here's my container. So just target the container on focus. I'm going to remove the outline. So outline none. Just save this. Now, yeah, great, fine. Now it's time to add the logic inside these functions. So now inside the run script, I need to get some characters from the source code and add it to the content, and that content will be shown inside the source. Okay, so that's the idea. You need to create some states. So first of all, the content, get content, initial state is always empty. Just save this, and then I need to keep track of the current index, like how many characters have been shown. So use state again, current index, get current index, it starts with 0, fine. Here inside this run script, just remove this console log and do some stuffs. Okay, so first of all, inside the run script, I need to update the current index. So set current index, and that is current index plus how many characters you want to append? Around 5. 5 is fine. Now this is a good practice to add this 5 in a constant. Just cut this 5, just go at the top, const characters per strokes 5. Now just add this characters per stroke inside this current index. Good. Now after that, I'm gonna get the substring from the source code. So source code dot substring, and this is from 0 to current index. And now just update the content with the substring. Cool. So set content and just put the source code inside this set content. Save this, great. And the last thing is, just remove this hi I'm a hacker. Remove this, and inside the curly brace just show the content. And why curly brace? Because we're going to execute some JavaScript. Okay, cool. Just save this, and now let's see. Just type anything and look at this. Our app is working. And now let's add the access message. Okay, so the idea is after 300 characters I'm gonna show access denied, After 600 characters, again I'll show access denied, but after 900 characters, I'll show access granted. Okay, so here, inside the run script, if the current index is not equal to 0, and if the current index is mod 300, it means divisible by 300, I'm gonna set the message which is denied. Okay, so again we're gonna create a state variable. Use state. The name of the state variable is message type. So message type, set message type, the setter, the initial value, this will be denied. Now with that, I'm gonna create another state variable which will keep track of the UI log status. Use state, because we need to log the UI when the access message is on the screen. So this is locked. It is locked. Initial value is false. Fine, just save this. Again, just go back to a function. Here, if the current index is divisible by 300, first of all, I'm gonna log the UI. So set is locked is true, and then I'm gonna set the message type. So set message type. This is denied. Cool. Just copy this if block, or I should say duplicate this. And now, if the current index is not equal to 0, and if the current index is divisible by 900, in this case, I'm gonna log the UI again, but this time the message type will be success. Success. Just save this. That's it. And now, inside the remove message, this remove message function, I'm gonna set the UI. So set is locked false. Just unlock the UI so that user can again type something. Pretty good. The last thing is I need to show the access message. So for that I can create a component. Just go to this file explorer, inside the source, create a new folder named components. Components. Inside the component, create a new file named message or access message, whatever. So message.ts, oh not ts, JSX or JS. A lot of options. So RFC, that will give me the functional component. Fine. I'll get the type as the property. So type. Now based on the type, I'm gonna show the text. So if the type is equal to denied, in this case I'll show access denied. Access denied. Else it is success, of course. It will be access granted. Great job, hacker. Cool. Now what about the style? Now look at this. Inside the app.css, I have these styles which is success and denied. I'm gonna programmatically add this to our message. So here on this div, just give the class name. Inside the curly brace, just pass the type, because the type can be either success or denied. And this is success and denied is my class names. Okay, I hope it is clear. And now we also need to set the ID. So again, in our app.css, I have this ID access message. So I'm going to add this ID to this message. So div ID, this is access message. Great, save this. Just go to app.js and render this message. So after this div, just render the message. Import the components should be auto imported in my case, because VS Code has the auto import feature. Go at the top and just double check this. Yeah, import message from components/message. Great. I've done a lot of stuff. Let's see. Just type anything. Just type 300 characters. And come on. Oh, I guess something is wrong. Great. The first bug, I can see that I want to show the message only when the UI is locked. So here inside the curly brace, if the UI is locked, so is locked, then only I show this message. So and you can use this AND operator if you don't have the else. Oops. If you don't have the else statement, you can use this AND operator. Really handy. Let's save this. And now there are some more bugs, and that is, let me just double check. Message type, Oh, I'm not sending the message type. The message, the type is the name of the property. So here I should say the message type, and now it should work. Let's see. For the testing purpose, you know what? Just make this 330 and success is 90. Let's see. Refresh the page. Type. Great, it has some more bugs. So what's going wrong? I should see my message. Oh wow. It will not be a string, it will be message type. So it's a dynamic value and should be passed inside the curly brace. Great job. And now I have this access granted. Press escape, it should remove the message. Beautiful. And now it has the access granted. But here is a problem. I can still type. Right, the UI is locked, but technically the UI is not locked. So let's go to his run script function. Here I'm gonna check. If the UI is locked, I'm gonna return. So if it's locked, I'm gonna return. I'll not execute further. Great, let's see. Access granted. Now I cannot type anything until I press escape. And now still access granted. There is a small bug somewhere. Oh wow. The current index %30 should be equal to 0. And then current index %90 should be equal to 0. Now let's see. Type access denied. Access granted, access denied, access denied, access granted. Great. Let's go back to 300 and 900. Let's save this, refresh, type anything, 300 characters, access denied, type, it will not work until you press the escape. Great. Type again. Access denied, press escape again, and now access granted. Beautiful. But there is a problem. If you have noticed, when my content is out of the viewport, it is not automatically scrolled. Right, so I need to manually scroll this. Let's fix that. Now there are many ways to fix that, and the best thing I like to use is to create a dummy paragraph. After this div, which has this source, I'm gonna create a paragraph, just a dummy paragraph. But the trick is, using this paragraph, I can scroll to the viewport. So for that, I need to use the ref. I need to get the reference of this paragraph. So let's use ref again. Let's duplicate this. This is paragraph ref. Paragraph ref. Fine. Let's pass this ref to this paragraph. So ref, paragraph ref. Great. And now inside this run script, I'm gonna get the paragraph ref dot current dot scroll into view, the name of the function. Scroll into view. I love TypeScript, but I'm not using TypeScript. Okay, so it should work. Let's see. Type. Type. Access denied, work hard. Access granted, and now let's see. Type, and look at this, it is getting automatically scrolled. Beautiful. So that's my app ready. I guess you have enjoyed this small project. If you have enjoyed this, please let me know. Please hit the like button. Anything else? Yeah. If you are new to this channel, I make videos on web development and web designing. So if it somehow sounds interesting, please hit the red cute button. Please. Okay, see you in the next part. Bye.